Don't teach classroom rules by yourself. Get some help from a little friend. In today's video, we're going to get some tips and tricks and how-tos and how not to's with Max. Are you ready, Max? Let's go. Okay, today is about classroom rules and using a puppet like Max here to help you out. When you are doing classroom rules with your students, there are some definite do's and don'ts. If you're doing classroom rules, here's what it's going to look like with your students when there's not a puppet involved. And rule number 4 is do what your teacher says. Honey, don't hit him. Honey, don't hit him. Honey, don't hit him. Don't hit. Can anyone tell me what that means? Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Hands to yourself. What does do what your teacher says mean? Don't hit him. Don't hit. Hands to yourself. Don't wipe your booger on his, don't lick his, no. And here's what it looks like when there is a puppet involved. As you can see, you want to have your puppet help you with the classroom rules because they are just magic. They are an engaging tools for your students. You're right, we'll get to that in a second. And your students will just pay better attention to the rules. But let's go over a few how-tos to get you started. Are you ready? Now, when you're using a puppet, you want to make sure that if you don't have the skills, like me, I know I try, Max, but I just can't make you talk. I can't allow Max to talk because I get all mixed up. If Max talks, then I talk, and the kids, they think it's hilarious. I'd rather have Max just whisper in my ear exactly, and then I can tell my students what Max just said, which he said, "You're awesome." It's true. I know. So you don't have to have your puppet talk, and he can just whisper in your ear. Yes, and Max can make suggestions or make some observations that maybe the teacher is missing. Like sometimes Max, when I'm done with classroom rules, can sit up high on a bookshelf somewhere, maybe over here, right over here, and watch students who are doing a good job. And then Max, sometimes you do write notes to the teacher and to the class saying some of the things that the class is doing a really good job with. Yeah, and sometimes when students aren't doing such a good job, maybe they forgot some rules and Max needs to help them remember them. Yep, it's called Reteach. Reteach, yeah. So Max, sometimes you give me suggestions by whispering in my ear. No treats right now. And sometimes you sit up on the shelf and watch for kids who are doing it right and maybe wrong. But Max, what's the one thing that never, ever happens? You're right. The kids are not allowed to use you as a puppet. You are special. You come out at special times just to keep it fresh and exciting. The kids won't listen to you or pay attention to you if you come out every day. So let's keep your time out just very small so that when you do come out, it's like a special treat, okay? Woo! Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And it's really important that students don't handle Max because then he loses some of his magic as well. We don't want anyone having their magic lost. No, that would not be good. Okay, so when you're doing classroom rules, you need just a few things. You need Max or a puppet like Max, and you need some classroom rules. Here I have our classroom rules right here, all right? And when you do the classroom rules, I like to go ahead and display the classroom rules so that everyone knows that they're that important, that we look at them actually every day, especially at the beginning of the year or after a break or after you see, yeah, sometimes they forget, don't they? And you have to have a refresher. So Max comes out and you do some teaching, reteaching of the rules. You're right, Max. That's another thing. When you're reteaching or teaching rules, you have to keep it short. Max is magical, but he's not so magical that they're going to exactly. You're right. He's reminded me of the time that I went too long with teaching rules to kids. Guess what happened? It wasn't good, was it, Max? No, it wasn't. I was frustrated. They were bored. Not a win. All right. So keep that time really short. Do one rule a day and let the kids get involved. If you can think of a movement for the rule, what's this movement, Max? Oh, one of our rules is participate, and that's one of the rules, one of the actions for our rules. If you can get the kids to do an action with Max, they will remember the rule better, all right? Now, Max, if we're doing a rule like take care of people, how do we teach that to our students? You're right. Max says that when we're teaching rules like take care of people, we ask the students for examples, and Max is like, yes, and then he'll make a comment. Oh, yes, that's a very good idea. And students can role play. Keep it short, though. You want to model and teach it and reteach it. Right, Max? I know, because your students will forget and you'll get kind of lax on the praise and the reinforcement of those rules in your classroom.
True.
And if you go over them every day, especially at the beginning and then throughout the year, it will help you stay fresh. Because sometimes I do forget, don't I? And you're right, Max, sometimes, yep. Sometimes I let things slide. And if I can remember what our classroom rules are, I can remember to praise and notice students who are doing it right, which honestly is the best kind of classroom management there is. It really helps to keep everybody on track, including me. Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Max, for reminding me. Another thing that Max can do while you're practicing the rules and presenting the rules to your class is to remind you about the rewards. When I would present the classroom rules, I would say, today we're going to really practice on take care of people. And whenever I saw that happening, I would say something like, you're right, Max, thanks. And I would go over to like the marble jar and I would put in, oh, so-and-so is doing a good job. I see 5 people doing a good job of taking care of people. Max, you just keep it up over there. So I'd have them up on a shelf, right? And I would say, thanks, Max. I'll go do that. And so I would go and put a marble on the jar. And those kindergartners and first graders, you wouldn't believe, they'd be in their class, in their seats, and they would be looking up at Max and then looking at me. And that's when I knew, okay, time for some reinforcement. They're really working to be noticed by Max and by me as the teacher. So to get that positive reinforcement, I would put a marble in a marble jar, or do a tally or something like that. Remember, with like the marble jar and the tally, I never, ever, not even once, took away those points when I saw them not doing it correctly. Once they've earned that, they've earned it, all right? And one last tip, if you want to get super duper fancy, I know, this is something that you can do, is you can do a quick little video with Max and put it on your class website to remind students and parents what your classroom rules are and to introduce Max, all right? The kids can say, hey, Max is on the school website, on the classroom website, let's watch him. And parents will see it and be able to talk to their kids about what's expected in class. And your students should be able to tell you and demonstrate all your class rules. They should be able to tell you, what does it mean to take care of people first? All right? So that's a little extra. All right? So Max, next time I need to do some school rules, some classroom rules. Will you help me? Okay, sounds good. Max is ready. Are you? Max, you're right. If they haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you've ever used a puppet to help with your classroom rules, and tell us how it went. Was it good? I know it is. All right, until next time, my name's Angie. I was in the classroom for 25 years. I know, Max, you were in the classroom for 25 years. Yeah, about 5. And I use puppets to help me teach my kids about classroom rules, and it works great. I hope you like it too. And remember, the creator of the universe loves you and loves you, and I think you're pretty amazing too. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Max.